All right, guys, we're gonna go on our next topic.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Stevo.
Oh, okay. Mine is introducing people to new things. Recently, I just started watching all the original Star Wars again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's episode
Have you seen
4,
them?
5, and 6. Yes, I have. I just forgot them because I haven't seen them in so long. But it's episode 4, 5, and 6, and because the new Star Wars movie has came out when this airs, but is coming out soon.
There's a new Star Wars movie?
What? Guys, did you know that J.J. Abrams is directing the new Star Wars?
What? The guy from Star Trek? No way.
But anyways, I was watching it with my fiance, and she was it took me like a half an hour to explain to her that
She never seen
the
them?
ones that no, she has. She just doesn't remember. She doesn't remember them all. She saw them when she was really young, but she doesn't understand the concept that these ones were the 4, 5, and 6 episodes, and the original one and the prequels that came out were the first ones to these ones. So she was like, but these ones came out later. So how are the other ones not the first one? I'm like, because it's like, and then it ended up getting to it where I was just like Tarantino. I was like, and she's like, oh, so they did that. I was like, yeah, they made those first for some reason, and then they did the prequels, and now they're doing like this. So
That's a good way to explain it.
yeah, I was just like Tarantino.
I was gonna say you should have been like Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious.
Yeah, exactly.
So that took a while to get her to understand the concept of the Star Wars movies, right?
Yeah, but she got it and everything like that, and we were watching it and she fell asleep on some of them, but. We were really
So did you
tired.
guys do there's a certain cut in Star Wars that I don't know if people are familiar with.
I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it's like 4, 5,
Yeah.
4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6. I think.
Yeah.
Is this
Uh,
like a code?
I feel like there's more jumping between them.
No, there's you're close.
The machete cut, right? Or the it's not
I think
machete.
the third one is
Yeah,
supposed to be
machete.
fast.
Machete cut, I think is what it is. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, machete cut, right?
What do you do? What is that?
Let me see what it is.
I'm looking it up too.
Like machete?
Yeah, machete.
Totally.
Yeah.
Machete. When your kids are old enough, what order should they watch the films in? The order they were released, aka Star Wars: A New Hope, Episode 4, The Empire Strikes Back, Episode 5, Return of the Jedi, Episode 6, The Phantom Menace, Episode 1, Attack of Clones 2, and then
Oh, okay.
Revenge.
No,
That's
they cut out 1. They don't even show 1.
Yeah,
So-
I think one was completely out.
It's 4, 5, 2, 3, 6.
yeah, 4, 5, 2, 3,
Why
6.
would
So
you go, why would you go to 4, 5, then 2, 3, 6?
Because it establishes the universe of Star Wars, which is a better story in general.
Yeah.
And then you learn about Darth Vader, like, oh my god, this guy's such a dick, like, fuck. And then you go back to 2 and 3, where you learn about him as like a good guy and his what caused him to turn to evil. So then you got his backstory, and then 6 wraps up all of those threads, because the originals are all about Anakin also.
Yep.
So Anakin's like the main hero, tragic hero, or whatever, main character of the entire story.
Yep.
So
I gotta write this down so I can do this with her, because I was just gonna go to like 4, then 5, and then
that's what I just recently did with Sarah, and I think she has a better palate for like impatience for that kind of thing. But I actually kind of regret it. I think it would have been even more powerful if because it was really interesting. We watched 2 and 3, and then we kind of started 4, and already 4 was much more engaging. And I'm always, I mean, like, we had to stop it halfway through because it was just getting super late. But like, yeah, I really wish I did it the machete way.
yeah, dude,
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I was watching it, man. I was like sitting there thinking, I was like, wow, these are really good graphics for 1977.
Yeah, it holds up, man.
I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, they were really ahead back then. Like,
Yeah.
like this is not bad at all. I was
Well,
like,
it's
I
because
thought
it's
it was gonna be
practical
like,
effects, right?
Yeah,
And that stuff is classic.
Well, until Lucas added all that crappy CG to it.
That's the other thing too, Steve. You should try to figure out which versions of the originals that you're showing.
Dude, I laughed. I see. That's the thing. I don't know. I think it might have been like the new ones, because some of the CG, like the lizard dinosaur things, they looked pretty
Yeah.
CG.
So it's hard to find. It's hard to find versions that don't have that in it.
All I know is I was laughing my ass off when freaking when like I don't know, the acting part just seemed so like unreal when freaking Luke said I was gonna go to Tashi Station and pick up some power converters.
Yeah.
Oh
Go
my
play
God,
with your
that
friends
sounded so
later.
bad.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounded so freaking like.
I can imagine
It's
that's like.
always sounded like that.
It has okay, so that's not the new CG or.
Just
No.
because he's so
There's
lame.
no-
Yeah.
Such a whiny little bitch.
I feel like that was like the first scene they filmed or something. Like it just cold and
I
like.
was like, this guy's supposed to be like.
Go to
the
the
most powerful-
Tashi Station to pick up some power converters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
Oh.
like, what is that? Like, that was some bad acting there.
Yeah.
So, what's the numbers again? Because I think I'm going to do that with Taylor. Because
Yeah.
I think that's a
4 or
great idea.
5.
4 or 5.
So
2,
the
3,
Empire Strikes
6.
Back.
No, A New Hope.
Yeah.
Empire
No, 'cause
Strikes
four,
Back.
4 is Star Wars, and then 5 is
4 is A New
Empire's-
Hope.
Yeah. For Star Wars Episode
very
4, A
first
New
one.
Hope. Yeah.
The very first one, yeah.
and then the 5th one is the Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Okay, then it goes back to 2, 3, and then 6.
Yep.
Now
One
I've
sucks. You can take out one. I'm
So-
sorry, but-
okay. So I've heard that in this machete cut, there might be a different version where you actually could you choose. You can take out one now. You don't have to, but you also have the actual choice to take out 1 and 2 if you wanted to, or just take out 2. Because in my opinion, 2. And I was just reading about this, but in my opinion, 2 is actually the worst of them. But I think actually, to Alan's point, establishing the universe and finding the backstory, it might be pretty important. I don't know, though. What are you getting out of 2? You're finding out the marriage, and then that's it. Like, what else important happens? The clones, like how the clones come to be?
Yeah, I'm not sure why you need 2.
Like, all that...
Like, let me see. I have the info about the machete cut right here.
Okay.
Tell us why we need this. Okay, so
Well-
flashback to you meet Padme, Senator. Okay.
It's like the love
Oh,
story.
you
the
meet
backstory.
like the Boba Fett-ish character.
Oh yeah.
Who dies?
Who
And,
eventually died.
and I'd argue that him being a mysterious bounty hunter is more powerful in the end.
I agree. Except he still always dies like a little bitch in the movies.
Yeah, he does.
And
Oh,
that's
what,
like
in
the
the-
worst part? In 6. he
Well,
gets killed.
people don't think he's really dead.
Well, we know that, but like in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you need it, because like Count Dooku is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess okay. You learn more about Anakin's family. Like his mom was sold to slavers, and
Why he
and,
gets
like,
so
Why-
angry.
Why he becomes the way he does.
Yeah,
really.
so he starts killing all the sand people and stuff. You know, that's like part of his. This is part of his trek down to the dark side and like aligning with the Emperor too.
Yeah.
It's really interesting though, because like I do feel like 1 establishes how Anakin became. I guess you don't need to know, but I think that's more interesting than anything I find in Attack of the Clones. Right? Like the fact that he's this orphan that you pick him up, like
Yeah.
His metachlorians are off the scale.
dude, Darth Maul's so cool.
Yeah, you're gonna miss Darth Maul. I like 1.
Better than 2. But I understand. I don't know.
I mean, the kid is annoying, granted.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask one thing you guys don't know, because you guys probably know more about it, but the new character, the one that's supposed to be like the new dark guy.
Kylo Ren?
Kylo Ren, like he's got one of those masks on, kind of like Vader. Like, does he ever take it off? Do you know?
Yes.
Like, do you ever get to see?
I don't think
We'll
we should talk.
find out.
What?
He-
I don't think we should talk about it.
Okay.
I just want to know, because like that kind of
I
sucks.
don't
that-
know.
I
As
do
was
know.
thinking, because I actually saw the actor that plays him.
Yeah, Adam Driver.
Fallon, and I saw him. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, because he was like,
Wow,
they were
he's
joking
so
around.
good
They were sort of
looking.
like,
I wanna see
they were
him.
like, they were like showing pictures, like, yeah, that's you right there, and he had a mask on every time. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, damn, that's gotta suck. You're playing like one of the most iconic characters that are probably gonna be coming out, and you're not gonna be able to know who it is. Oh, sorry, Ian.
Well,
You're not gonna,
no,
you're
he
not gonna
does.
know who it
I
is.
seen
It's
a
like
pi-
kind of like Darth Vader, like the
seen
person that played him.
a
but-
picture of him like in production set with the mask off. So I want to say there is a scene in which he's walking in the desert without his mask.
Huh.
But maybe I don't know. That could just be him getting prepared
Is
for a shot.
Is
But it
his
looked like
face like
mm-mm.
distorted?
Nope.
Nothing. He just has a regular face. Just likes wearing masks.
So I got a question for you though. With this new character, this new bad guy, his weapon has the what do they call it off the side of the swords?
cross guard.
Yeah. So wouldn't like when you swing it around, because that's actually part of the saber. Wouldn't that like cut your hand off and stuff if it hit you?
We'll just
Not
have to
if
watch
Frank-
and find out.
Yeah. That would be great. He comes on scene and he's just like, "Oh, this was a terrible idea," and he's just dead. Like it ends with a whimper. But to try to get somewhat back on topic,
My bad.
the introduction it's just interesting because Star Wars like has had these growing pains and like is obviously kind of it can be looked at as convoluted and complicated. So someone and people have taken the time to introduce it to them the best way possible.
Sure.
And I think Stevo, you were asking, are there any other things out there? Right, like
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a story.
Yeah.
About trying new things and how important it is.
Was this in
When-
college?
This was no. It was not. That's a story for another time.
How Clay and Alan met.
That DDR, which
That is
we
topic.
weren't. Yeah.
But not this topic.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, Yukiko had a friend come up who is Thai Chinese, and one morning we were all like hanging out, and we were like, okay, we should go get breakfast. And they were like, well, where should we go? And I was like, well, there's this really cool place like just down the street from here. They have like awesome brunch. You know, you can get like these fried chicken and waffles. It's amazing. And then
Waffles.
Yukiko's friend, yeah, waffles.
Team Waffles.
And then her friend was like, "Oh, well, maybe we should go get dim sum." And I had always heard about dim sum, like I heard it referenced in movies. You know, people talk about it. Yeah, exactly. So I like didn't really know what dim sum was. To me, it didn't even sound like the name of what you're eating. I thought it was like an expression or something. I was like, dim sum, yeah, I was like, oh no,
Kinda
guys.
like shawarma.
Yeah.
We go to some
Shawarma.
shawarma. Like, what is that?
What
A
does
massage?
that mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
A massage?
So I was wondering, like, I was like, like, I don't even know what this is. Like, no, let's go get the chicken and waffles. And they were like, yeah, okay. They were kind of convinced. And then, like, we were all just sitting there. I think we were high and, like, kind of just, like, feeling lazy. And we had to drive to this dim sum place. And they were like, no, let's go get dim sum. I was like, okay, like, let's do it. I was like, I have no idea what to do. So she picked this really legit place where it's, like, Cantonese people. And they, like, throw the dishes at you and stuff, which is, like, the worse the service for, like, a Chinese place, like, the better it is. Food.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Is that when they bring the carts around?
Yeah, exactly. They bring carts and like the tablecloth. They just like pull it up at the end and like grab all the plates and like combine it into one thing. Like they just like throw the whole thing away. I'm just like,
Wow.
what the hell?
It must be
Yeah, so-
loud and
Yeah,
Crazy.
So she's kind of helping me like pick some stuff out. You know, they bring back carts and it's like all the steamed buns and stuff like that. Like that's probably the most iconic dim sum thing is a bun that has like beef inside or pork or whatever.
Huh.
Anyway.
what do they call that?
That breakfast was like life changing. As I was biting into like each of these like different dishes, I was like, wow, like I would never have been exposed to this if I had just decided to go get chicken, something I knew that was really good that I would really enjoy. But like this was life changing. Like I had an epiphany about having like never not trying anything at least once at that point.
That's such good advice, Alan. Like, I struggle with that concept every fucking day. I feel like with everything in my life, because it's just so tempting to go with what you know, and like to stick with it, right? Because you know that that's good, and like the risk of like trying something and it not working, especially with something like eating, right? Like you eat something and it could ruin your appetite, and then you're like, fuck, man, I could have had like a great goddamn breakfast. I gotta wait 24 hours now.
I still do that. I still like get like things that are familiar.
Right.
But I think like if somebody offers you or you're like gonna take you somewhere that you've never been, like always take them up on that offer because you might get something that you never knew existed or a flavor you might never knew. This is like mostly for food that I apply this to.
Yeah.
I would always try something.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, I hate paying for something and then it not being good.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
paid for it, and especially when it comes to food, because I love food.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, if I go somewhere and someone else is gonna pay for it, I'll try something new. But if I'm going to Carrabba's and I don't want to and I know that chicken marsala is the bombest thing on that thing, I'm not trying anything.
Dude,
else.
Carrabba's.
I mean, I always go with my favorites on menus and stuff too. I'm just saying, be open. Like, if somebody wants you to try something, like, and you look kind of skeptical, like, like, have frog legs, I mean, that's kind of a lame
Frog
example.
legs is pretty good though, but
'Cause they're just things like chicken, but
no, do you guys know that one coffee? Like, I went to a Thai restaurant and it has
Doi
these little.
Chang.
these little tappy
Damn.
ball things on them. I forgot they're
Oh,
called.
you talking about boba tea?
Yeah.
Tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never tried it. I was like, what is
Never heard of
this?
that.
I'm on the thought. I'm like,
It's really good.
dude, it's really good.
I'm not a
It's
big
like
fan of.
It's like you're eating almost gummy bears while drinking coffee, but it's not sweet like gummy bears. It's just like chewy.
Yeah.
That's the best analogy for it.
They if you ever go to those frozen yogurt places where you can kind of like make your own, they tend to have the bobas in like a little scoop, and you can just like scoop them and put them in. And it's super good. It's because it's these little like gel circles that have
Yeah.
juice inside, and so it's just like every time you, maybe it's not boba, maybe it's something different, but every time you bite into it, it's like, okay,
Nice.
yeah, but it's like a
Yeah,
blast of flavor. It's really good.
Yeah. Yukiko and I are obsessed with boba tea.
Yeah.
I love boba tea.
We get it every weekend, pretty much. What's your
I've never
what's your
had it.
flavor, Steve?
My flavor, I just so far I've been trying the Thai coffee. It's like a Thai coffee boba tea or something like that.
Oh, cool, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have a recommendation? Because I'll try it then.
If they have taro, Taro, yeah, get that.
I'll try that then. Okay, cool. Ah, trying new things.
Woo!
There you go.
I like
Is it
boba tea. I didn't ever try the taro then. I gotta try it.
Ian, it's not. It's. I would say it's not easy to find. I would find an
Okay.
area near you where a lot of Asian people are, like an Asian community or something, because they might have boba tea in that area. Because it's from Taiwan, I think, originally.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of Thai restaurants around us right now, so
Dude, Thai food is
Thailand
so
are
good.
different though.
yeah, we gotta go disc golfing. Ian.
There you go. There
Just
we go.
saying. You guys,
What?
making this point, make sure you know this. Thailand and Taiwan are different places. And if you say Thai, it means Thailand. But Taiwanese is the name for Taiwan stuff.
You just
Yeah.
call them wands though.
What?
You can't just say wands.
That's Mexicans. Mexicans.
Alan, do you know enough to what's the difference between the two in terms of food?
Taiwan has much more Chinese influence because even to this
Spicy?
day it's a sore subject, but Taiwan is technically like a district of China,
Okay.
like, or at least Chinese people think so, even though Taiwanese people think they're independent. And I think they are independent as far as I know. And then Thailand
Right.
is Southeast Asia, like right below
Indonesia, right?
It's
Or above.
Cambodia. It's next to
Yeah.
Cambodia, Laos,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Are the few ones that touch, and then like Indonesia is like south
that's right.
and like off the coast, and Thailand is like where you get pad Thai, where you get like well I guess everywhere. All the places have street food.
Sushi.
Some
Sushi's Japanese, man.
Penang curry is my favorite.
Penang curry.
Yeah.
That's kind of Southeast Asian in general. You can get that, I think. Yeah, different places. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
good.
want to go to Taiwan. I don't know enough about Taiwanese food because I really want to go there and eat some stuff because it looks amazing.
Wow, that's fascinating. I want to do. I know that Sarah and I really want to go. Well, we want to go to India, and we also want to go to Thailand. And surprisingly to me, Thailand is actually more conducive to having like traveling with children. So
Yeah.
and cheaper.
Yeah, Thailand's awesome.
Yeah. So that might be something we go to.
Yeah,
Cool.
Me and Rocco's
Nice.
uncle Eric actually lived in Thailand.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, it's really
Yeah.
really popular for expats in general. Like you can go there without, I mean, still speak English the entire time and live your entire life there.
Yeah,
Holy moly, that's awesome.
Dang, that's cool.
Hey guys, that episode just now was brought to you by Patreon.com. Patreon.com/Maelstrom Gamers. You guys can go there and you guys can support us with as little as a
dollar.
yeah. Whoa, what? No, $1.
I mean, 75 cents.
A little bit more. One more quarter.
99
cents.
cents.
Well, 1 penny. 99 cents and 1 penny. We'll call it that. So you guys can give us $1, and that support is greatly appreciated, and it means a lot to us. You guys don't have to do it every month. You can do it for just 1 month, one-time payment, multiple payments. You can do $5, $10, and we have at different price points. We have different rewards for you too. You know, you can get things like the MP3 early. You can get the YouTube early. You can get a YouTube video just for you, just for the Patreon supporters, which is a great reason to support us as well. Not only because that money gets brought back to us, so that we can get better graphics cards, we can get more storage, we can get more kind of custom overlays and stuff like that. So, Patreon.com/Maelstrom Gamers. Check it out.